I think a lot of people dread turning 30, but honestly, I'm really excited. Everyone talks about how your 20s are the most magical time of your life. And honestly, your 20s are nothing like the movies make it. My 20s were difficult, unstable financially, my career, and I just felt lost most of the time. My family life was pretty crappy during my youth. Living with my dad was very hard for me emotionally. My 20s, even though I was removed from all of that, I still believed a lot of the things he said to me. I truly thought that I peaked in high school because I was like, I'm going nowhere. Internship after internship. I was at one point working as a receptionist at a dental office, nothing to do with my degree, and I was feeling like a failure. In high school, everything made sense. I had a rubric, and I think that's because in your 20s, you're still figuring out your whole life. Like, do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? There's just so many unknowns in your 20s. And I think that's really scary for a lot of people. And honestly, your 20s are for building your foundation because the school game and the real life career game is completely different. You could also have a huge identity crisis in your 20s. People call it the quarter life crisis because you don't really know who you are and you're probably just getting started in your career. Relationships, you could lose a lot of friendships. Isolation amplifies everything. It takes years of therapy and realizing that you are in control of your life after you leave your home. Like, God, I'm 30. I have kids now, and I just feel a better sense of direction. This is the most stable I've ever been, and stability is huge. Knowing that I'm safe, I'm financially provided for, I have like food, a family. A lot of psychologists call your 30s established adulthood. So this means that you have deeper relationships, your career is probably a bit more stable, and you have a better idea of who you are. You're just also better equipped to handle stress because of life experience. I think in your 20s, everything just feels urgent, like your relationship, your career, especially when you're comparing to other people on social media. You're scrolling, you're seeing everyone's having a family or they're having the best career or on vacation, and you're like, what the heck am I doing? Social media can be very dangerous, especially during this time because you're just so vulnerable. You just have to stop pretending like everyone has it figured out because they don't. A lot of people in their 30s also stop chasing validation. It's a time where you just stop giving enough about what other people think about you. And I think that's when you're more closely aligned to the true you. And that makes you just happier because you don't have to hide who you are anymore. Towards the end of my 20s, I found that I was definitely better at setting boundaries and putting myself first without feeling that guilt. It's done wonders for my mental health. I think most of all, your identity starts to solidify. You're no longer asking for permission from other people. Oh, is it okay to do this? If your parents want you to do something specific in your career, you don't care anymore. Because this is your life, man. And I think your life should be built on something that you want for your life instead of someone else choosing it for you. A lot of people see decline in the number of friendships they have. You just don't have time to make a lot of friends anymore, especially if you have family and children. You're mostly with your family and your kids. So it can be harder to make friends. So the friends that you do keep, those are friendships that are going to last like a lifetime. Of course, you're going to keep friendships with people who actually show up for you. And that's just so important during this time. And your life is no longer about being in survival mode. You are in your 20s. You're figuring out what you want to do with your life. Like whether that's maybe you're career focused or you're family focused, or if you want to build something for yourself that's bigger than just you. And I think at this point, you're probably like taking pictures and posting them, and joy become quieter and more for you and the people that are involved. So that means like less outside judgment, which I think is really helpful. And you actually listen to what your body needs and what you need mentally versus like pushing through and burning out. I think for some people, they dread turning 30 because they feel like they missed out on something, whether that be a relationship or friendship or career opportunity. And people who welcome their 30s feel like they're finding themselves, or maybe they found themselves. And I think for a lot of people, they thought that career or life would just skyrocket up in their 20s. But that's not the case for a lot of people. Success looks different for everyone. And some people just do better later in life, and I think that's okay. Okay, so today's sponsor is Kind Laundry. Just kidding, they're not really a sponsor, but I do have an affiliate code. Kind Laundry use natural ingredients, and it actually comes in these sheets. So much more useful than liquid laundry detergent because that stuff gets messy. With Kind Laundry, you can bring this anywhere. It's literally in a box, pack in your suitcase, and it's that easy. You can get 10% off by using code ZeroWasteCute.